Okay, so this is lesson 3, and it's beyond the scope of this discussion, but I basically took PDF elevation files and converted them to AutoCAD, scaled them for use in this model. So let's look at the north side, which I haven't rotated Project North here, but the north is actually this elevation. So I should probably rename those. If we look at the model, if we look at the 3D view, the north side of the model is back here. That column is on the north elevation, right? Let's look at it in plan. It's over here. Let me rename these because this is going to get confusing. That elevation should actually be north. North, new. And north, that one's actually west. The south one here is east. And that's west. I'm sorry, that is south. So let's see if we got this right now. That's my north elevation. Good. Let's go to that view and import our north elevation drawing. So insert menu, link, CAD, elevation north. Now, an AutoCAD drawing is geometry. It's a 3D object, so it can be, you unpin it and move it around, right, and move it over the model. So I have to line up with these grid lines, and I have to find a good line. I know that I did, 4.3 is a good line. I'll explain that afterwards. So let's align, modify. 4.3 is the one on the CAD drawing. And then now vertically, 6th floor to level 6. Level 6 to 6. Right? Now if we go to our 3D view, it's probably going to end up somewhere in the middle of the model, right? Not terribly helpful. So I would have to measure the distance to that and move it out. For now, I'm just going to move it provisionally from this. Oops. I'm going to move it that this way. Let's say 50 feet. Okay, so that's about where it belongs. Now let's see. Looks like our windows are lining up. So on level 6, We have, that's what we should see. Let's go to the floor plan for level 6. Level 5, that is. I'm going to draw some model lines. And I'm going to leave them green. So these are forming the boundaries of my window, so we can look at the 3D drawing. It's a fairly opaque facade, right? Oh, I'm drawing the wrong. Sorry. It's okay. Never. There are my window openings. And this the physics classroom that we need is right along this site, 516, 517. Those are the rooms that we want to model. So why am I drawing those lines? Oh, and there's a current wall from here to there. So it's all glass from here to there. Alright, let's dimension, annotate. That looks like 8 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. That's got to be 8 feet, so there's a little bit of error there somewhere. That's okay. 4 feet. And then we have this expanse of glass, which you'll remember. You see that when you come out of the elevator. Let's go to the 3D drawing. And let's see if those model lines are syncing. With window elements on the 6th floor. Can't really see them in this view. But it looks like they are, right? From here to here is glass, 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 glass. And it appears to be a full height. That may be some kind of a curtain wall system, but for purposes of what we're doing here, we're going to model that as if it were floor-to-ceiling glass. So the first thing we need to do is draw a wall. Let me first save this as lesson 3. Save as lesson 3. Let's go to floor plan level 5. And we need a wall that's going to represent the stone facade that has these openings punched into it. So let's come up with a thickness, overall thickness of 15 inches, which includes these sort of the curvature, the inward convex, concave stone surface, or whatever's going on over there. So I'm going to use an architecture, a wall. I'm going to use a generic 12-inch wall and duplicate it and call it generic 15 exterior. Set this to 15 inches. And this time, the flat edge, I want to draw a finished face interior. Let's see if that gives us, yeah, because the straight line is on the inside face. Let's actually start drawing here and go around the inside perimeter. This returns a bit. And I'm going to stop there. That's going to be a curtain wall element, so I'm going to continue with my stone wall somehow. We got something like that going on, right? I'm not really concerned about the oblique part of the building. It's got some, but for now this is going to be a sufficient way to model it. Right, so that's all stone. Can we do this? Yeah, we can do the same for the rest of this. I'm drawing to the interior face. And then I'm going to stop at, I'm going to stop there. No, I'm just going to go right past it. I'm going to have two walls collide in the same place, so we're going to have to deal with that. Right, we get a warning from Revit, but that's okay. So something happens, the wall's got to get thinner, or the profile of that wall's got to change at that point. Let's determine the windows. We said are going to be floor to ceiling, so we have one that's 8-foot width. So what's the floor to ceiling height? Well, 12.6 is floor to floor. Let's assume thickness of 1 foot for the floor slab itself. We haven't modeled the floor slab yet. So I'm going to choose a fixed window. Duplicate an existing type, so we need, what do we say, 11.6 is going to be the height. So let's duplicate 36 by 48. It's going to be 8 foot wide by 11.6 height. Give it some kind of meaningful name. The height is 11.5. And the width of this window is 8 feet. Sill height we're going to set to 0, right? Because we said it's going to be a floor to underside of the ceiling. So now I can place that window there and there. We need a 6-foot wide variant of this, so I'm just going to duplicate this type. 1, duplicate, rename 6-foot wide, remove the 2, which it places automatically, and this one's going to be a 6-foot wide. That window goes there, and there. We can align it more carefully afterwards. let's go ahead and draw the curtain wall for this classroom. Architecture wall. Let's select the plain old curtain wall. 5 to 6, that's fine, and we're just going to draw across this gap. Till we intersect that wall. Where else do we need one? We need it in the stairwell, because that's all glass. So, alright. We've pretty much got the perimeter there. I mean, we have to do a bunch of other classrooms. If I go to a 3D view, let's duplicate this 3D view and hide the AutoCAD. And let's just hide that element in this view. So you see what I got going on here? Let's just shade this. That's the 5th floor of Somerset. Okay, lesson 4 will continue with some other stuff. That's about 15 minutes for this.